It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. What do you sound like me?
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha, now you not done here.
Yeah, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
You need to share the broadcast. As you are joining the broadcast tonight, share the video, invite your friends, tell everyone that Maiyegun today. Buhari ma Sheu. Buhari is going to be jailed. And I'm going to tell you how. Right? Even though Nigeria is a place where criminals are rewarded and activists are jailed, persecuted. The more you killed, the more you are feared, and the more it seems like you are protected. More reason why, when these guys hold the power they hold in Liejiriya, not like what Bokohari has done, but they believe they could get away with it because they've never really been mass reported, legally chased in and outside power. I'll tell you that Bokohari is your president today. The APC, Egbekegbe, controls the power. that the Malamu and gang continue to use the instrumentality of the states, the instrument of government to persecute those they considered as either, ethnically inferior or religious inferior to them. All this documented, and I'll remind you. So just 48 hours ago, a petition came online. That petition was started by Reno or Mokri, former President Goodluck Ebere Jolantan's media advisor. More or less like the Femi Oponu of Goodluck Ebere Jolantan's government. Is an outspoken critic of Bokohari and APC Egbekegbe. So he raised a petition after the Lagos Judicial Panel submitted their report that was made public, that those who killed the peaceful protesters at Lekki Toll Gate and during the NSAS protest last year, hundreds of people killed, those who were fingered, especially in Lagos. The officers must be dismissed, arrested, and prosecuted and jailed for murder. That was the panel's verdict. However, the panel then advised the federal government of Liejiriya, led by Bokohari, the Mumumadu Bokohari, to always try to negotiate with citizens rather than resort into brutal force, like inviting the military. So they advised Bokohari. They did not indict Bokohari. But, ladies and gentlemen, the way Nigeria is, the only president, the only person that can give an order to military to go anywhere is the president of that country, Liejiriya. If anybody should give command to the military to go out all armed on attack anywhere in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, and without the consent and approval of the president, whoever gave that order will be jailed. That is what it should be. So they ignored the person who gave the order that civilians, innocent protesters should be killed. They advised him. So a petition came up that, you know what? It has been done world over. Okay? If the Nigeria government and Nigeria system will never checkmate and prosecute the criminality of Bokohari and gang, you can take it further, like the rest of those who have been persecuted by Bokohari, using the instrument of state to persecute those they suspect as their enemies. So you can take it further. So Reno Omokri started a petition, and within 24 hours, the petition, people signed the petition, right? Over 100,000 people signed the petition within 48 hours. Now, you can raise online petition. This is what the word is today, okay? You can raise a petition online. If you manage to cross 100,000 signatures online, that petition must be addressed by those assigned or addressed to. For example, you can raise a petition on behalf of the Biafrans. And if that petition is that the killings and the kidnappings, the raping, and all that are going on in Biafra land, or even in southern Nigeria, you want the Parliament of the United Kingdom to discuss it. You want the European Union to discuss it. When you raise online petition like that, right? And you manage to get 100,000 signatures, they have to address it. They have to appoint a prosecutor. They have to appoint an investigator. They have to contact Bokohari and gang. It's a big thing, right? But here is the twist. To many people, it doesn't. Who is going to do anything? They will not do anything. Obasanjo killed people in Zakibiam. He killed people at Odi, massacred people, leveled communities because he was acting in revenge because he had the power. He could use the military. He could use all the forces. He could use all the armory and defeat civilians just to pass a message. But here it is, right? When Obasanjo did that, even to this day, if you raise a petition and start it tomorrow, that the killings at Odi, the killings at Zakibiam, and everywhere that killings were ordered under Obasanjo, if you raise the petition today, ladies and gentlemen, if you get 100,000 signatures, Obasanjo will be prosecuted. It will be investigated. Now, it is a different case if he defends himself and he wins. So that same thing applies to Bokohari, because it has happened in the past, and I'm going to tell you how it all went. Bokohari in 2015 ordered his military to shoot at the Shiites for carrying out their procession. Young men, women, children were slaughtered in daylight. Over 1,000 of them were slaughtered, killed. And the government of Kaduna, the Nigeria military, the government of Nigeria, they decided to give them secret burial, mass burial. Over 1,000 people killed, slaughtered in daylight. 2015, just few months after they took power. That emboldened them. So when the Transparency International, Amnesty International continue, and all that reports came out and said, how could you do this? They said, okay, fine. We didn't kill 1,000. We only killed 450. So where are their bodies? Where are the bodies? Well, we've buried them in shallow graves. Shallow graves dug by the government, the military, and the Kaduna state government. And they buried 450 human beings, right? That is a war crime. But Bokohari managed to cover it up. But it's not going to get away with it. Of course, it's not going to get away with it. Because we have had the group internationally who are already pushing that Bokohari must be arrested, prosecuted, right, for war crime. This was few months into their government. The same Bokohari ordered his soldiers and his police to go into an Aba school in Abia State, where people were doing what they call the remembrance of the fallen heroes of Biafra. Women, children, aged, young, old, they gathered at a school, praying for their lost ones. Guess what? The Nigeria military moved in, the Nigeria police moved in, and they started shooting them. Women, children, unknown number of them were killed that day. This was in 2016. They covered it up. State-sponsored killings. The same thing happened again in 2017 when they ordered that Nnamdi Kanu must be captured, dead or alive. That day, that week, in Biafra land, unknown and unspecified numbers of innocent people were sent to their grave. On the D-Day, when their military moved to go and extract Nnamdi Kanu, they killed 28 innocent people and they took their bodies away. That is state-sponsored terrorism. The military won't go anywhere except the commander-in-chief orders it. On record, the NSAS protest happened. Then the military were called again. Right? A panel was set up. And the panel came out with an indictment of those officers who carried out, including their commanding officers, that they were not fit to be called officers of the Nigerian military for the crime they committed because they carried out murder. And not just that, they also denied those they shot for peacefully asking the government to look into police brutality against civilians. After shooting them, right, they denied them medical attention, medical access. The ambulances that came in to at least attend and give first aid to those that were shot, they were turned back, leading to many people's death. And that is just at Lekki Toll Gate, across Lagos State, across Nigeria. As people were focusing on Lagos State with this indictment, asked them to bring the report of the genocide, the murderous campaign that they carried out from the 14th of October 2020 to 30th of October 2020, because the killings didn't stop at Lekki Toll Gate. The state-sponsored killing, sponsored and then backed and carried out, executed by the Nigerian military and the Nigerian government. The killings didn't stop at at the night of 20th of October 2020. It continued to eastern Nigeria, Enugu. It continued to even the Niger Delta, Rivers State, where Wike, the governor of Rivers State, capitalized on the NSAS protest and the availability of murderous soldiers, and he invited them to Obigbo in Rivers State, simply because it was in a social media spat with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of who are the people of Port Harcourt and people of Rivers State? Are they Biafrans? Are they not Biafrans? This online spat prompted Wike to grab the opportunity of the chaos unleashed by Bokohari and his soldiers, and the unleashed terror of more than 1 week, 7 days, starting from 22nd of October 2020. Hundreds of people were killed. Hundreds of people were, houses were burnt, properties were destroyed, other people were kidnapped. Those who were shot where they were trying to at least run away from the soldiers coming to kill and burn them in their houses, they were shot on their backs, running away from soldiers. The numbers of those killed are still yet unknown. Same way when they killed people at Lekki Toll Gate, when they killed people in Lagos, right? They took their bodies away. Who gave the order? It is a man, a sadistic individual who told us that many of you, or many of us, who are asking that an imbalanced country that has brought us nothing but misery, nothing but poverty, nothing but death, bloodbath, cannot continue this way, except the entire thing is renegotiated. Let those who want to still be part of Nigeria, let them know what part of Nigeria they want to be part of. What is the arrangement? Bokohari came out and he said, if our parents did not warn us, if they did not tell us the true story of what happened during the Nigeria genocidal ethnic cleansing war that they called the Biafran War, Nigerian Civil War. It's not a civil war. It was a state-sponsored genocide. Something that could have ended all of the actors' life in jail for the war against humanity, the crime against humanity. But rather than them getting punished, they were rewarded. And Bokohari came out and he said, if all of you, if you have not learned any lesson, I will teach you the lesson that your parent didn't tell you. That means it will repeat the genocidal campaign of 1967 to 1970. And that is a threat on record. That is a threat that Bokohari made, even on Twitter, that got his tweet deleted, that eventually led to Bokohari banning Twitter in Nigeria, simply because Bokohari came to threaten us that he will kill us. Like they killed 5 million people in 3 years. from 1967 to 1970. That is your evidence. In Southern Kaduna, right there in the middle belt, there is already a report that is completely right now on the table of the American Congress. They have a copy of this genocide going on, the religious persecution, the ethnic minorities being killed en masse simply because of their religion, simply because of their tribe, their ethnic nationality, and the rest of that. The report is there, detailed, properties burnt, people displaced, communities renamed, and the protection taken away from the people because the government continue to back a tribal rebel, a terrorist rebel, the Fulani terrorists. They are highly protected. It's on record, and people are already putting together the documents, all right? So when the petition came up and it crossed 100,000, you know what happened? The government of Nigeria and their agents and the rest, according to Reno or Mockery, they pulled down the petition because the petition was specifically addressed to international criminal courts. Let me tell you something. If you think, continue to dream, nothing will happen. I'll tell you a lot will happen. You've heard about Charles Taylor. Did you remember Charles Taylor? Yeah? It wasn't an online petition that got him. But Charles Taylor, like Bokohari, the difference is this. Bokohari is a closet terrorist who back the murderous Fulani terrorists in Nigeria that they will never proscribe as terrorists openly. He backed them openly and they harmed them secretly. Charles Taylor was a leader of a rebel that said they could make Liberia better. In the process, he recruited child soldiers, recruited this and all of that, committed a lot of crime, a lot of killings at the time, and he thought he was going to get away with it when he became president. When he finally became president, he even contested and he won. Right? Oh, former rebel leader. Then Wahala happened. As a terrorist called rebel, what happened? Yeah? The ethnic cleansing he thought he was getting away with, right, caught up with him. He decided to use the instrument of his of Liberia to hunt down those he considered as old enemies who are beginning to gain strength, and they will likely usurp him. That caught the world attention again. And at the end of the day, as you know the story, as powerful as Charles Taylor was, to Liberians, when he left Liberia for Nigeria under Obasanjo, yeah, to Liberians back then, Charles Taylor was getting away with all his crimes. He's untouchable. He was getting away with all the billions he stole from them, the diamond and the rest, the blood diamond and all of that. Just like some of you will feel today that nothing will be done. Bokohari and gang will get away. They are not getting away. Just wait and see. Charles Taylor came to Nigeria. He was given a palace in Calabar. He was living like a president there under the immunity and cover of Nigeria. Suddenly, Obasanjo got a better deal from the same people who told him to take Charles Taylor in. Yeah? He got a better deal and he decided to give him up. Charles Taylor became a fugitive in Nigeria, former warlord, former president excellency, and at the same time, former exiled presidents. Guess what? He ended up in the boot of a car trying to cross the border from Nigeria to another place because Obasanjo set up his own DSS to tell Charles Taylor that Americans are coming to get him. ICC, where he is being indicted for all these killings, they are looking for him, right? So we can help you escape from Nigeria to escape to another border. He didn't know that they were DSS, Daura, well, today's Daura Secret Service. Then, Obasanjo Secret Service, right? They lured him to make him look like he was trying to escape. When he got to the border in the north, the Nigerian police and the rest of them arrested him. And that's it. Charles Taylor, the untouchable, ended up in The Hague. He was convicted of the entire 11 counts of all the crimes he's committed against the people of Liberia. Today, he is serving a 50 years imprisonment. Now, you may say that is not going to give the Liberians the closure. How has Liberian fared? But one thing is this. To those who were directly impacted by the misrule, the untouchable kind of lifestyle of the likes of Charles Taylor, right? It ended up in a four-corner cell in America today, right? That is one that is so close to you. You must have heard about the former Yugoslav president. They call his name Slobodan Milosevic, right? He also engaged in what Bokohari is doing right now, using the instrumentality of government, to persecute those they disagree with, deny them justice, lock them up when you have to lock them up, jail them on trump-up charges, and continue to say, I am doing it in the interest of the majority, but you are doing it in your own interest, right? That's exactly what happened in Yugoslavia then too. An untouchable man, a very, very powerful man that set his own country on fire. And he started the same ethnic profiling and killings, religious persecution and the rest. And this led to a serious civil war back then until he lost power. He thought he was part of those who signed an agreement for peace. That is, he would have a leeway, a free kind of backdoor escape from all his atrocities, since it's untouchable to millions of those who were affected by that at the time, right? He was probably untouchable. The world is not going to do anything. Guess what? He was caught up by the same ICC, but they called them ICT then, tribunal instead of court. He was found guilty too and sentenced to a long time in jail. Now, the point I'm making here is this. It is not Bokohari that will go to jail in the case of Nigeria. Are you with me? There are many, many collaborators, judges, police officers, politicians, military officers, so many others, including traditional rulers, the enablers, those who have been fronting and blindsiding the world from the atrocities being committed by Bokohari in Nigeria. Not that they don't know, but you see, one thing about the ICC is this. It is a Roman statute that, actually, Nigeria is part of. As we speak, you see the president of Kenya, that one that joined them in kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, right? He is already indicted. The thing he's enjoying right now is because he's still the president of Kenya. Okay? He has been indicted for killing oppositions in Kenya. He's been indicted for starting political war for power in Kenya. So he is already a wanted man. But as for international diplomatic immunity, and as the president of Kenya, nobody will arrest him. No, they won't arrest him right away. But let him leave that power and see how he's going to live his life. Number one, when he leaves that power, he will either for now, is walking about like a free man. That is Uhuru Kenyatta. Yeah? He's walking about as a free man. The moment he stops being a president of Kenya, he will either put together a legal team that will go and defend him at International Criminal Court, or else they will issue his arrest warrant. Then he won't be president anymore. If he should try to leave Kenya, he will be arrested. He will be prosecuted. He will be prosecuted for that indictment. Yeah? And he will be jailed like Charles Taylor. Bokohari has diplomatic immunity as we speak, because Nigeria is a sovereign state. Okay? So if the petition scaled through, and that is not just the 100,000 signed the petition is not the only petition. No. Oloye Sunday Igboho, through the lawyers to the Ilana Omo Oodua, they have already submitted the petition against Bokohari, against Malamu, against the Nigerian military. And they want them picked up, arrested, prosecuted for murder. Now, you won't be able to arrest Bokohari as president. The Biafrans have put together petitions, including the recent one from the American lawyer to the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, petitioning the International Criminal Court, specifically asking the International Criminal Court to indict Nigeria, which is under probability. ICC won't indict Nigeria. ICC will indict individuals who use the name and power of Nigeria to pursue their personal selfish agendas, like what Bokohari and gang are doing right now. I don't know if you are paying attention. Are you? So there are already petitions against the individuals like Bokohari, Malamu, Buratai the Butcher, and the rest of them, including those ones they made ambassador, who also worked with Buratai the Butcher. The Shiites, they have already put together a petition as well against the Nigerian army, against the Kaduna Little Finger, Hell Rufaya of Kaduna. They have put a petition against Bokohari, and they have been demanding for arrest of Bokohari for the crime against humanity with evidence. Are you following? Now, you see, all of these petitions, they are not just talk. There is no precedent in Nigeria history that has any same similarity that has ever been reported, right, to international criminal courts like Bokohari and the members of his government. There is no precedent in history. If you have any, you can tell me. I am open to learning. Okay? When the world decided to turn Nigeria to pariah state under Sani Abacha, right? It was due to the petition and the outcry of the Nadekos, mostly the Yorubas, as well as the Nadekos of what is today's Middle Belt. Then Mid-West region, including what is today's Delta. The petition then was that Abacha was using the instrument of state to persecute his alleged political enemies. The world responded, and they placed embargo on Nigeria, trade, arms, and every other thing. But the difference is this: time has changed. Okay? ICC will prosecute individuals like Bokohari and gang who have used the instrument of states, the military, the soldier, their military, their police, their judiciary, their courts, who have used them to persecute people because of their religious belief, because of their ethnic nationality, because of their political association, and every other reason that they have used the instrument of state to persecute you. In Nigeria today, Bokohari is like a king, including those who are supposed to speak up and fight and curtail him. They turned to praise singers, massaging his ego and the ego of APC. But that will not wash all this crime away. And that is where this becomes important. So they pulled down the petition according to Reno. Some said, Baba, since that petition don't they get to 90,000, 95,000, maybe since Goodluck Jonathan is still party with Bokohari's government, and since Bokohari always suspect that people always want to overthrow the government and all of that, maybe they have told Goodluck Jonathan to call Reno to order and delete it, because normally it takes a lot for your petition to be pulled down. Okay? They don't just put down petition. You know what makes that petition unique, right? The petition was that the International Criminal Court, right, should arrest and jail Bokohari for crime against humanity because he is the one who ordered the killings of the protesters in Nigeria. The same way he was the one who ordered the killings of the Shiites, over 1,000 of them. He is the one who ordered the soldiers to go to the eastern Nigeria as we speak, going from house to house, burning properties, killing civilians, killing innocent people. He is the one who gave that order. And this is a crime against humanity. Bokohari came out and he said he was going to wipe the Igbos because they are just dots in a circle. He was going to wipe them off the map. That is, he was going to kill them. And he sent his soldiers down there for the past 3 months now, especially for the past 3 months. And they have been conducting mass killings, mass arrests, mass burning of properties. So he should be arrested for crime against humanity. And if he's not going to be arrested because he's the president of Nigeria right now, that he enjoys that diplomatic immunity, he must be arrested the moment he's no longer that president. They said they have deleted it. Meanwhile, on the other side, just to confirm what I've just told you now about other petitions, other things under incriminating petitions that are pending against Bokohari, that Nigeria courts can pretend to protect him. Yeah? But Nigeria is going to get to that point where Bokohari, Malamu, Isa pandemic, garbage, Sheu, the likes of, the rest of them, they will no longer have whatever advantage they have now. They will no longer have that. That is when these petitions will now make sense for saying, for at least confirming that they will never get away with this, ever get away with it. To lay credence to that, Garbage Sheu, came out to celebrate that America has removed Nigeria's name from the names of countries where people are being persecuted because of their religion. There are evidences, there are evidences of churches burnt down, villages, ransacked and people killed, displaced in the entire southern Kaduna, in the entire middle belt of Nigeria, and then those who are also being currently chased out of their own communities by Fulani armed terrorists. There are evidences. That is why I said, nobody say America, no. America knows what is going on in Nigeria. So tagging them or reminding them is not just going to cut it for us. Sometimes chasing these criminals and letting them know that whatever they enjoy now, whatever protection they think America is giving them, whatever protection they think UK is giving to them, whatever protection that China is promising them, they are getting those protection right now because they are still using Liejiriya name to meet them. That is why they are being called, they are being given that protection. That is why they are turning blind eyes to all these killings, to all these injustices, right? But they are never going to have that for long. So individually, they will answer, including Malamu. So people want Bokohari jailed. They know Nigeria court will not jail him. Yeah? So, 2 things will happen. When Bokohari no longer have that capacity to command the Aura Secret Service, to command the Nigerian official murderous team called the military, that he has no command all over this anymore, that Malamu no longer has control over the court, he no longer has control over the Sharia laws that they are indirectly implementing, the corrupt legal system that made Malamu a minister in a country like Nigeria. When Malamu no longer have access to all of that, all the pennies, all the money is managed to steal for himself in the name of Nigeria, right? They will be useful for him to at least put together the proper legal team when he will begin to answer for all these murderous actions. And that is when it will make sense to many, many of you who are praising them, defending them, or believing that they are doing this on your behalf. They will go to jail. Yes. And the only thing that will prevent them from going to jail is this. They should never leave Nigeria again. For example, Bokohari should never at least come to London anymore for medical treatment. If they see him on any flight with the arrest warrant, with all the indictments that are going to follow, yeah, he will never return back to Nigeria. No, he won't. And same thing goes to Malamu and gang. People have their names. El Rufaya and co. All of them. Their names are there. They continue to appear on different indictment paper of how they participated, orchestrated, and sponsored the murderous campaign and all these bloody campaigns that are going on in Nigeria since they came to power. They are not going to escape it. So when they said that, when Bokohari said he was going to consider, sorry, excuse me. When Bokohari said he was going to consider the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yeah, is probably speaking proverbially, if I can use that, which means is speaking low way. And in Yoruba land, they say na low way, la man lu ilu agidigbo, ọlọ́gbọ́n ló ń jó, ọ̀mọ̀ràn ló ń mọ̀. Simply translated loosely as a drum called agidigbo in Yoruba land is a traditional drum. When it is being beaten or played, if you listen attentively, it will be speaking somehow, proverbially, by, indirectly. And if you pay attention very well, you will get the message. When the Biafran leaders went to Abuja to pledge one Liejiriya and requested for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is pretty much still conditional, because according to them, Nnamdi Kanu would have to stop talking about Biafra, he would have to stop talking about Bokohari, and he would have to stop criticizing them, obviously. Something that you and I know are, they are completely impossible. Right? But Bokohari, despite, made a statement and he said they have put him in a difficult position. Nobody put him in a difficult position. The demand was that Nigeria is unjustly arranged, right? And it should ordinarily be restructured enough whereby the participating or federating units will get to know their boundary of what they can or cannot do as part of Liejiriya, the limitation of Liejiriya and their own power as member of that component, of that big unit of federating states. He denied that and he decided, right, to unleash the military, unleash the police on innocent people by, calling them terrorists or terrorist, sympathizers or terrorist friends. They labeled IPOB. They were asking for referendum, the renegotiation of the arrangement called Nigeria. So he did afterward. He got mad. Bokohari went mad, right? And he decided to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after killing others. So he put himself in that condition. He puts himself in that situation. So free him, release him. If you want to dialogue, if you want to have a chat about what can be done to stop the killings, first, withdraw all your military that are killing innocent people in that part, all your military stationed and prepared to also stage the same attack all over southern Nigeria in your effort to further cover up your crime. Withdraw them. Send the military after the terrorists that you have called bandits and called businessmen. Send them after that. Free Nnamdi Kanu, free Oloye Sunday Igboho, right? You can't negotiate with anyone who is in chain, and you cannot shave a man's head behind his back. He has to be present. If you want to talk about Biafra, if you want to talk about why the Biafrans want to leave Nigeria, which they have repeatedly told all of us why they don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. But if you want to talk about that, you cannot keep the single leader of that movement in jail and in chains under your what do you call solitary confinement, and then say you put me in this situation of releasing him and I'm going to consider it. Nobody put you in that situation. You put yourselves there, including those criminals who believe that ethnic cleansing in 21st century, 2021, when it's not 1966, 1967, 1970. Those who brought the idea of killing people to cover up or dissuade them from asking for equity and their own country, right? Those who brought the idea put you in this situation. To cut, you said something, right? If you find yourself in a hole, in a pit, what you have to do is this. You have to stop digging. When Bokohari and gang decided to go ethnic cleansing in Igbo land, when they decided to go hunting and killing innocent people in Yoruba land, simply because they wanted to dissuade us from asking for equity, from asking, for justice, from asking for something that is rightly ours, from asking for self-defense, protection against invading terrorists who are hell-bent in either killing us or taking our land, right? So the people who actually denied us same thing, I'm talking about the people who would never want to talk about that, who put us in this situation. They cannot tie our hands to our back and say they are put in a situation that is difficult. There's no difficult situation. Nigeria is hemorrhaging and people are dying. So the right thing to do then will be what? Free those who are asking for self-determination. Free Nnamdi Kanu, free Oloye Sunday Igboho, unprescribe the IPOB, and this court case against our dear sister and then our brother, which are the people they are now, prosecuting for terrorism because they were kidnapped from Oloye Sunday Igboho's house after they killed two people. No court, there's no court injunction, there's no indictment, there is no legal invitation, there's no search warrant. Nigerian government moved into Oloye Sunday Igboho's house, a civilian, and they shot and killed two people inside that house and then kidnapped 12 people. They released 10 and they are keeping 2 right now on the charges of terrorism simply because they were asking for Yorubas to stand up and protect ourselves, defend ourselves against invading terrorists and all of that, right? So drop all the charges if you indeed, right, want to consider a peaceful solution. I'm not one of those who probably want to live in that illusion that Bokohari indeed will consider releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number one, there is no case against him in the first place. But if you found yourself in a pit, you have done killings, you have done illegal kidnapping, illegal detention, you have manipulated the court enough that, judges are postponing cases that should be attended to. Since you have your suspects, you have them in custody, why not then go to court and present your evidence? So they continue to do the same thing and then turn around to say probably he's in a difficult situation. So if you found yourself in a pit, you stop digging, free them, and then let's start it. Let's have a talk. Or now we are going to break Nigeria without bloodshed. Some people said, Maiyegun, there is no way we are going to break Nigeria without bloodshed, without war. I heard you. Okay? But me, I want to believe that if the war you are talking about is the war against Nigeria, to break away, a proper civil war, yeah, I will be so wrong to sit down here right? And kind of assured you of anything reliable about that. Number one, you need the ready-made soldiers. Number two, you need, in fact, an ally that will help you and supply your soldiers with the weapons of war. You need your own real fight, except if we are going to just let them commit genocide. Same thing they did in 1967 to 1970. Okay? People fought gallantly. But guess what? Nigeria still succeeded in starving and killing more than 5 million people, most of them civilians, 90% of them civilians. So if I sit down here and I agree with you, we can't break Nigeria without war, at least I should be able to also tell you that the reason is this. It is because the region who wants to break away, they have the military might or they have the ally enough. Yeah? Let us go and seek ally. Let us go to Russia. Who is going to go to Russia for us? Me. Until you have that Russia that says, we will protect you against Nigeria. Yeah? If Nigeria decided to fight you, is that not credible enough to come out and say, yes, we want peace. If Nigeria is not going to give us this, we are ready to go to war. Am I just going to sit down here and encourage that and say, yes, we are going to go to war? Just to make you feel good. Yeah? What are we going to fight with? What are we even fighting with right now to defend ourselves against the Fulani terrorists? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and he called on volunteers to come together and he started the Eastern Security Network. They went into the forest. The same Liejiriya put together another army to go after them, kill them, hunt them, go after their family members, their loved ones, people they know are with them. All these are underground wars set after them. Now, Fulani terrorists are also still there, gaining advancement, and they are called unknown gunmen as well. Yeah? Now, the ESN that should be a start of those we can say will defend us. Yeah? Look at what the military are doing today. Look at what they are doing to them. Look at what they are doing to the innocent people. Right? Can we say we have the military might with the ESN to defeat the military today? Can we say we have the ESN that have the military might like Nigeria to stop this burning of people's properties, chasing people out of their homes, killing them inside their homes? Can we say that confidently? Or just on social media that, yes, wait, you will see what we will do? Again, it will be wrong of me to rely on we will see what we will do. You will see what we are going to do. When I'm already seeing what Nigeria is doing to those who are even putting in efforts to keep us safe. Oloye Sunday Igboho came out and he encouraged us to come together and defend ourselves. Number one, do we have the military might as Yoruba people to even stop the murderous Fulani terrorists ravaging us today? The Yoruba governors and politicians put together Amotekun. They were supposed to be official one. At least they were made, they were established by law made by government elected by their people. Yet, the same Liejiriya used their might to say, Amotekun cannot be armed with the same weapon carried by the Fulani terrorists, AK-47. But Fulani terrorists can walk about with this same weapon, kidnapping our people and collecting ransom. The media in Yoruba land killing the news, making it look like it's actually a breaking news when you hear that somebody got kidnapped, when indeed people are being kidnapped every day, ransoms paid, and those who are unlucky getting killed. Right? Amotekun is supposed to protect us. Is Amotekun protecting us today? Right? And can we say, those of us who indeed are ready to protect Yoruba land, can we confidently say we have the military might to do that? If Nigeria begin to unleash the same weapon they will never use on the terrorists when they begin to use them on us. I understand. So many people who knows that probably will get to that stage, but it will be wrong of me to sit down here and be bragging about that that is yet to be. That is why, for those who have at least decided to use their own weapons from their arsenal, the legal one, which is the right one to start with, before Bokohari will dig Nigeria into further grave that nobody will be able to come out from anymore, right? Those who have been using their legal weapons to target those who have been using the instrument of state. If you are supposed to stand up, if they say the Yorubas should stand up against the Fulani hegemony and the Fulani terrorism on their land, without Liejiriya, we will stop them within hours, not days, hours. We will stop them. But when the Fulanis are coming through, with the backings of the military, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Secret Service, that are going to continue to hunt down everyone that will be supporting the protection of Yoruba land that they did to Oloye Sunday Igboho, right? Then it makes it fighting two wars. I mean, fighting wars on two fronts. How do you think we are going to protect those that will be killed by Nigeria because a Fulani terrorist is currently in control of the almighty military might of Liejiriya, the military might that can only fight in southern Nigeria, but in northern Nigeria, yeah, it will always negotiate because the terrorists who kidnap and kill people every day, the ones that burn down villages and then, declared emirates, the ones that kidnap and collect taxes from the same territory called Nigeria today, yeah, the military that will only try and negotiate with them, the military that will rather rehabilitate those terrorists, yeah, the same might will be unleashed on us. How do you think we can stop that if I sit down here and tell you that, yes, we will do this, we will do that? I'm just trying to be reasonable. And I don't expect you to agree with me. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, throughout all his broadcast, never for once rose and said, we are declaring war on Nigeria. He never said that. He said, for the Fulani terrorists who have been committing this serious terrorism right here in Igbo land, the Biafrans will defend themselves. We will chase them back to where they are coming from because we are capable of defending ourselves. When he declared that war on them, he said all the Fulani terrorists inside the Biafran forest, yeah, they should vacate Biafra land within so days. I think he gave them 48 days or so, right? The days came and it lapsed, and the ESN, the Eastern Security Network, right, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, they went into action. They went into the forest. They were never in the streets. They were never in anywhere in the cities, never in the communities, but back into the forest. And within just 2-3 months, people in the communities, the forgotten ones, the ones that many of you living in Lagos, Abuja, in London, in Washington, right there in Paris, the ones that you are likely never going to hear about, including what they are facing every day. They started coming out on social media to admit how much peace have returned back to their different communities. Now that they can go back to their farms, we were receiving all this news back from Eastern Nigeria. There was never anything like unknown gunmen. There was never anything about, killing of people or burning police station until the beginning of this year. 3 months after the establishment of ESN, boom, unknown gunmen started. And before you know it, they started going after people in their homes. They started going after people who they suspected as IPOB members, right? Simply because Nnamdi Kanu declared war on Fulani terrorists. Now, it is not the Fulani terrorists that are now killing the Biafrans. It is the Nigerian military under the command of Bokohari that are now going into people's homes, kidnapping them, charging them for, trumped up charges, setting them up and jailing them, using the instrument of state, denying them justice in their different courts, right? Because Nnamdi Kanu knows, as it is today, right? Biafrans and no other part of Nigeria will tell you that they have the military might to face Liejiriya when the Fulani terrorists in government use that same might to come after you. They have been doing it already. It will be very foolish of anyone to brag and say, we will crush your military, we will crush your this and that, when you have nothing to crush them with in the first place. So he never declared war on them. But yeah, if Bokohari, waiting Bokohari they look for, if Bokohari finally found what he's looking for, and he pushed everybody into a civil war. Now, a civil war is going to be multifaceted. In this case, there will no longer be a Yoruba collaboration. There will no longer be Middle Belt collaboration. There will no longer be the communities that have faced Fulani terrorism, Fulani killings, Fulani act of terrorism in northern Nigeria. There will be no easy collaboration from them or look away like they did in 1967 to 1970. Because Bokohari has made us realize that the fourth line that the past political office holders in Nigeria have managed to avoid. Bokohari has crossed that Rubicon, right? It's crossed that line. It has made everybody realize that you should know your place in Liejiriya. Stop bragging about I am one Nigeria. Nigeria is my country. There's nobody bigger, no bigger Nigerian than any other Nigerian. Stop deceiving yourselves. Bokohari has made it very clear that indeed there are many Liejiriyas. There are many Nigerias. Okay, and indeed, you should just find your place. If you don't belong to the Kabirus, if you don't belong to the Sultan, if you don't belong to the Shagaya, if you don't belong to this caucus, right, you are not a bona fide or qualified Liejiriyan, which then makes you not a Nigerian, it makes you a Liejiriyan. Bokohari has made that clear to all of us, except for those who are living in denial, for those who want to be politically correct. And that abound. Those abound. People who want to say, politically correct people. They usually call them people who sit on the fence. But there's no longer fence to sit on now. The fence is electrified. You are either here or you are there. You cannot say you are neither here nor there. You will either have to be here, either here or there. And in this case, right, we can tell those who want to be politically correct, the impunity is so obvious that you'll be lying to yourselves, okay? That there is one Nigeria. He's crossed it. So today you have to be one Kabiru Shokoto, you have to be one Jalalu, Jafiru, and Jabaru from Borno, or you may be, Jubril Al-Sudani from Niger. It doesn't really matter. Just have a connection to that place. And you will be treated as a Nigerian. Trust me. Bokohari has made us realize that. So eventually, when they no longer have that power to probably use the instrument of state to subjugate, persecute those they called enemy of Liejiriya, their own Liejiriya, the law will catch up with them. You can bank on that, right? Even though, as we speak, the Jaga bandit, the Jaga Wiri, the Jaga addict of Lagos is done its job well. That the people who they sold change to, they are now subscribing to Swaga. And according to what one of the source close to the the Asiwaju Awon of Lagos shared with us, they expect him to declare that he wants to be president in 2023. He will declare that in January. Okay, so he's already consulting, and according to him, even if the southern Nigeria, if you don't vote for him, it is agreed that the numbers of their voters from northern Nigeria are enough, including the numbers that will come from Lagos naturally when they write the figure. So somehow, Tinubu is doing his best as we speak to continue to, get the assurance of the caliphate that whatever happens, they will give him the power, even though that itself is ask a leg. But again, I have told you that I can only just share my own views, tell you about things happening. People will still do what they want to do, no matter what you say. All right? So we caught this in Lagos earlier this week.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tinubu for president. Tinubu for president. Tinubu for president. Wọ́n bí yéèyàn. Ó nu ẹni ẹyin. Kíni ọ̀sùnbàjọ́ kan lẹ́lò. Kíni wèrè kan lẹ́lò. Kíni kan kìnì kan. Ó nu o. Ó náà ti ń ṣe wà ní nọ́ọ̀tì yẹn ẹ wò gan. Sẹ́ẹ̀dìrì. Tinubu rè o. For president. Wọ́n bí yéèyàn. Àwọn àwọn òbí tẹ́ gbégbá o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fámìlì àbáyín lẹ fẹ́ lò. Oh no. Tinubu for president. Ẹ ti rí. Lọ́wọ́ ẹ má ní lọ́wọ́ wá. Oh no. Bàbá ló gẹ̀ fìlà wo. Bàbá ló gẹ̀ fìlà yẹn o. Ẹ ti rí kan. Wọ́n bí yéèyàn. Àbẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nu. President Tinubu 2023. Bí yẹn bá bẹ́, màmá ó bẹ́.
Aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò ohun yẹn nìyẹn o, campaign ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nù o, béèyàn bá bẹ́ a ó bẹ́. Of course they are already bagging your beans. Okay, somebody said that they are about to spread àgbàdo, the corns. Yeah, they are about to spread the maize, the corn, to feed the chickens. So they are about to bring your food. The hunger, the poverty, the old things, they are about to manipulate that. And those who are smarter, yeah, those ones are already on the street, by the way. They don't start. So they said it's going to announce in January, and their game will start. His rival, which is also APC, Egbekegbe presidential hopeful, that one is called Yeye Bello of Kogi. Now, the story of Yeye Bello of Kogi is not different from the story of Tinubu of Bodilon. Now, I'll tell you the latest story on that Yeye Bello. Yeye Bello, during the Paris refund repayment to states, the Central Bank of Nigeria, right, gave 19.6 or 19.7 billion to Kogi. Around that time, Kogi state government, they were owing the workers, they were owing them almost 2 or 3 years unpaid salaries and emoluments. So the plan then was, since this is a Paris club refund, a responsible government should at least channel that money into paying the workers they've not paid for years. You know what Yeye Bello did? He decided, he and his commissioners and all of them, they decided to put the money in a fixed account at a Nigerian bank, right? Immediately the money was paid to them. So they were waiting for interest to be accrued on it. So if you fix the deposit like that, you have to fix it for either 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Yeye Bello and gang, right? They froze the account, they fixed the accounts for 2 years. So the workers, they were already owing about 2-3 years salaries. Yeye Bello added to their years of sufferings, right? Another 2 years so that he can get some savings back. So, and he wants to be president of Nigeria. He said he will fix Nigeria within 365 days. Now, as the clowns are gathering, eventually it was discovered. It was EFCC found out. People found out. They wrote petitions and all of that. He denied. Oh, my enemies, the usual. My enemies are all of that. There's no money missing. They found the money inside the Sterling bank account, I think. And when they decided to arrest the management of the bank, they said, well, we have the money and we are ready to return the money. So for over a year now, that Yeye Bello collected Paris refund money of almost 20 billion naira. It did not pay those workers, right? It did not get the interest he wanted to get. The money is now returned back, has now been returned back to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Guess what? The Central Bank of Nigeria, right, will either return the money to Yeye Bello, because as long as they give the money to Kogi, Yeye Bello is going to be the governor there. And mind you, Yeye Bello is going to be governor for longer than 2023. So which means, even if he doesn't win or become your president under APC, they will still have to give the money to him, or they should just, the workers of Kogi, they should just have to give, up and wait till Yeye Bello is no longer their governor. Here is another twist. Because of APC, we need money. Now, APC, they know that Kogi State 19 billion or 20 billion is with the Central Bank. Central Bank of Emefiole. Yeah? So when their election time is coming now, yeah, you will just read it in the papers. Bokohari has ordered Central Bank to give the money back to Yeye Bello because they needed that money for whatever they want to do in their 2023. And that is how the destiny of thousands of Kogi workers who are also going to be part of the campaigners for Yeye Bello for president. Some of them are already campaigning for Yeye Bello. Some of them are not paid. But a way of bridging the gap, sustaining it, is to campaign for Yeye Bello for president. And whenever any handout that comes from him, they can use that to sustain body until Yeye Bello will consider them and pay them. Now, that's not different from Tinubu, okay? If your life is messed up in Yoruba land or anywhere in Lagos, you are on your own. But if a market catch fire in Katsina, Tinubu will be there to give the victims money. If the palace is attacked in Daura or in Sokoto, Tinubu will be there to commiserate with the emirs, the sultan, and every one of them, and he will give them money. Do you get what I mean now? So, yeah, he's doing all of that because according to him, they will give him that power there. Mind you, back in Lagos, his daughter, his other sons who are the Agberos, they are already sniffing lives out of ordinary people out there. Some of them cannot complain. Some of them, with the hard life that they have been subjected to, right? Many of them are waiting for the beans. They are waiting for every perishable thing that Tinubu is ready to offer. At least it's better than nothing. They were all Swaga out there. Well, I just thought I should tell you that no kuna value waiting you won't give. Some of you are going to blindly, I'm not going to say ignorantly, you are going to selfishly, because of this your Swaga beans, Swaga rice, you are going to forget that the same people told you in 2015 that all you needed was just change, that now turned to chain, poverty, unemployment, insecurity, corruption, right? And injustice that has denied many the proper judicial representation, the proper legal, representation that should be your inalienable right as a Liejiriyan. But you have no right. You have none. So they promised all of this. But today, you know the answer. When they couldn't do it in 2019, They decided to rig beyond anything. That made them lose credibility. A murderous people who actually, a murderous government that kills our own citizen when they should be protected. Now, the same characters are bringing Swaga. Listen, in order to drag the entire race, the entire people of Yoruba land into it, they call it Swaga 23. What is the meaning of Swaga? Ladies and gentlemen, Tinubu and gang, they coined a name and they called it Southwest Agenda. Southwest Agenda. Swaga. Does that even make any sense? It is Tinubu agenda. But who are the people living in Southwest? The Yorubas. Even Tinubu had to be manipulative, had to be fraudulent, had to be deceitful, just to railroad the Yorubas into his selfish Fulani ambition. He is not bold enough to say the Yoruba agenda for 2023. They called it Swaga Southwest because they know that if they call it Yoruba agenda, the paranoid Fulani terrorists in government, they will say, this one is Boko Haram government through Bokohari. This one is Fulani government of Nigeria, federal government, Fulani government of Nigeria, FGN. So it's going to be YGN with this thing. If Tinubu says, if Tinubu had named his Swaga, his fraudulent Swaga, as Yoruba ga, whatever that even will mean. Yoga 23. Yoruba governance agenda. Yeah? The Fulanis will be paranoid. They will say, hey, yes, we confirmed it. This one is Yoruba agenda. They are already paranoid to leave the power. They have told you, all of you will have to go and vote. And the highest number of voters will choose the winner. They have the highest voters. They have the highest numbers of voters. So Tinubu is now pandering to them. But they don't trust him. So he decided to say Swaga, Southwest agenda. I don't even know what that G is. I'm going to Google it. Give me a sec. Sorry. I am actually trying to go and get what do you call it? A tea break. Don't mind me. I want to go and look for what is the G in Swaga. But guess what? The Fulanis in this Bokohari's government, they know there is a Yoruba agenda. That Tinubu is not bold enough to call Yoruba agenda. Yeah? I'm coming back. Give me 2 minutes, make a drink tea. I'll come back and tell you the meaning of the G. If you don't get meaning, now you say it's already fraud anyway. Yeah? I'm coming back.
And we are competing with bank robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. Is growing here. You create demand as consumption.
Do you get that? So I'm trying to read about Swaga, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what I found. It is okay. Hang on. It says there is nothing that this. Okay, yeah, I think I found it. Yes, it's called Southwest agenda. Just same thing. I mean, I was right. There's no meaning for that G. Southwest agenda. So you can say SWA, Southwest agenda, Yoruba agenda. What is the G? What is the A? The GA. So it should have been SWA 23. You see, they have already see, it's already a choice, though. See, Tifnumbu, Lagos Abobakus. I know the end result of all of this, okay? And I know that somehow you don't like me for all of this, okay? But I know the end result. I'm just giving you the picture. Whatever I say to you will not stop you from selling your lives, your destiny, your future for pot of porridge. You've sold them before, okay? So I'm not trying to say you shouldn't, okay? And since you don't like me, doesn't really mean that I am an enemy in a way, but maybe you see me as one, maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to give you some facts, things that we can possibly review and we can see through the lies. So that when it turned out like change, where Pastor Ruga was the one who was toasting you then, right? Some of them are coming back to start toasting you again. You know how that changed. You know how that played out, Abi. You know how the next devil, you know how that played out, and you know how that is playing out now, Abi. So whatever they call Swaga, I'm saying it now, that review it. You will see that it is the same copy and paste of change, next devil, and now Swaga. So if you look at it and you say, what is SWA? SWA is Southwest agenda. So if you are a Swaga, you need to go to Igbo land and tell the Igbos and tell them that, please, Tifnumbu's agenda is a Yoruba agenda. Don't lie to them, it's a Nigerian agenda. You have already called it SWA. But what is the meaning of the GA that makes it Swaga? There is no meaning. It simply means it's a fraud. Same way, everything they will tell you about the SWA and GA is a fraud. Just go back and you will see the names of those who put together the same lies for change. Abi? 3 million jobs every year. Abi? School feeding your children once a day in school. Free education from kindergarten level to university level. Have you forgotten? Payment of employment allowance to you until you found a job. Have you forgotten that? Creation of state police to provide the security. Digitalization of Nigeria, to improve economy, to improve means of doing business and all of that. Punishing those who steal from you. And at the same time, chasing away and prosecuting the terrorists who have made the Northeast unlivable. Those were the promises. Build you one refinery every year, right? Build you the fastest train station trains that will link up the entire country. Stop discrimination and illegal arrest of innocent people. Extrajudicial killing and delay in court processes. Reduce people who are on trial, who are on awaiting trial for years. Cut down prison, decongest the prison, they call it. How far now? Make they tell you what they have done in 60 years. They didn't give you, they didn't give you 2 million jobs every year. They met 7.5 million unemployed people when they gained power 60 years ago. They did not create 2 million jobs every year. They led many of you into unemployment, and some of you have to run away from Nigeria today, living outside Nigeria because of what Bokohari and the gang and the economy has done to you, to your businesses, to your jobs. So within 60 years, more people lost their jobs, where you now have 35% of the entire population unemployed. That is a staggering figure of how many? Over 40 million people officially unemployed from 7-point-something million unemployed back then. Right? The same people campaign and they told you that they will go after the terrorist sponsor, cut down their source of funding, and reduce terrorism, return people back to their homes. 1 million people displaced in 2015. 2021, you now have over 10 million people displaced. not just in Nigeria this time, even outside Nigeria. Yeah? You have more military men killed by the Fulani terrorists, by the Boko Haram terrorists. And you are yet to find just one single one of them prosecuted for those crimes in 6 years. Did not feed your children school meal anymore, do they? 1 meal a day. What they have turned out into is that they have changed many people's lives. People who used to eat twice a day, 3 square meals every day. Today, the 1 meal promised your children as school meal has turned to your own daily meal, 1 meal a day, under Bokohari. That's what they have done to you. They didn't build refineries. They told you they were going to build 1 refinery every year. This is their 6th year, going to the 7th year. They have not built one single one. Those they met have now gone moribund, right? I can go on and on and on, and on and on and on and on and on. So the same people who put all of that together, they told you that buying a liter of fuel for 87 naira was ridiculous. So they said they were going to build refineries. They were going to remove subsidy. Today they did remove subsidy, they told you. A liter of petroleum in Nigeria is now how much? 165 naira. Mind you, they have gone borrowing. The same way they crashed your naira, they valued it so that they can have access to more money, more loan. They have gone borrowing again. Indeed, the IMF has now told them to go and remove subsidy. Now, you are going to be prepared to start paying either 300 naira or 400 naira per liter of a liter of fuel. You are going to be ready to be exchanging your naira to a dollar for somewhere between 600 and 700 naira to a dollar. Because those who met your dollar at 199 naira to a 1, they have already took it to over 500 naira to a dollar. That has ridiculed your naira, completely destroyed your economy, destroyed jobs, and increased poverty. And they are not tired. They continued, while the ravaging of communities and towns and villages continues as well by terrorists. All of these happenings, pointed at one thing. The people who told you your life was going to be better with change, your life was going to be safer with next devil, they have abandoned you now. And they have started grouping to start giving you food after they have pushed you further into poverty. It is not in my place to beg you to reason with me. You are going to collect their food. You are going to attack people for them. You are going to brag about how much they have to be. But I want you to at least be honest, okay? Tell everyone that Tinubu's agenda is tagged as Yoruba agenda for Nigeria. And listen to me, that agenda is not Yoruba agenda. It is Tinubu's agenda, okay? So it is your choice to go for it. Abuse me for all you like. No be here I dey. When all of una they abuse me, the Buhari dins, the Buhari didnens, the Buhari denotus, the Buhari dijatus, the Buhari shukus, the unguziaris, the unekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, your uncles, your aunties abroad, the mumumadus, the belle lecturers, the mumu lecturers, your brothers and sisters from the other side, social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, and the rest of the clans of these Buhari idiots, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Ombud, what do you call the crumb eaters, the ass lickers, the all risers of this Yoruba land. I was here when you were abusing, and you will die. You will die. Bokohari is going to be our president. Bokohari is going to change Nigeria. He's going to fight corruption. Today, returned loot have been relooted. They asked them for evidence. Last, na abracadabra. Ask them how much of those, those who looted your money, how much of those money have they gotten back? How much of those, where is the money today? It is abracadabra, rob Peter to pay Paul. A jungle called Banana Republic. It has always been corruption upon corruption, right? So you repeated that in 2019. Maiyegun, there's nothing you can do. Go and die. Go and hug transformer. Okay. People have been hugging transformer since Bokohari came in. Since there's no power Nobody has died for organ transfer. Have you seen anybody who they said, oh, he died for organ a transformer because there's no power and they brought light all of a sudden? No, because your lights are dead. Dark and blank. Bokohari has brought nothing other than depression, poverty, corruption, terrorism, division, ethnic profiling, ethnic cleansing, murderous genocide, and the rest of that. These are the things is brought upon you. And those who made that happen, they are out again, telling you about Swaga, a package they cannot defend. Take them up. Ask them, what is Swaga? Tell them to explain it to you. And if they can explain it better than I've just explained it to you right now, come back and tell me. I'm ready to learn. What is Swaga? Southwest Agenda. That is SWA. What is GA? So SWA 23. Who are the people living in Southwest? They are majorly Yorubas. I am a Yoruba man. I'm from Southwest. I know they're part of Tinubu agenda. The same agenda of 2015. The same agenda of 2019. It's the same agenda of 2023. If poverty no they tire you, some people don't tire of poverty. And listen to me, you cannot pray your way out of it. For those of you who are pretenders. Sorry, give me a sec. For those of you who are pretenders, for those of you who are living in denial, again, now here I go day. When the castle burst, when the old ship eat the ice bag, right? And you will all come back here fuming because what the journey they are taking you on, it's a bogus, fraudulent journey that will hand you nothing other than what their change, their next devil have done to you. You may be living in denial of it, right? But please, if you are ignorant of what this is all about, you can be forgiven and you can learn. But if you are relying and depending on what those who are outside Liejiriya, claiming to be patriotic Nigerians from abroad, and you are in Liejiriya, where you are facing it correct, and somebody abroad is telling you, Rome was not built in a day. Tell yourself so. When they were building Rome, people were not stealing block or stealing cement. People were not inflating the contract. Now everybody, they work every day, right? And it is very convenient to be patriotic Nigerians from abroad. You know that. I can sit down here in the UK and I can be telling you that Nigeria go better, it go better. While you watch the entire thing, your entire life go up in flame in front of you. Okay? I can sit down here, be doing patriotic Nigeria from abroad. Now, here is the point. Even the patriotic Nigerians from abroad, they know that they can get kidnapped in Nigeria. Many of them, after telling you about how great Nigeria has been, how great Nigeria can be, and all those things they tell you from abroad, all those people, after telling you all of that, they go back into their rooms. They say, okay, I want to go to Nigeria next month. I'm just going to go to Lagos, and I'm going to fly to Ondo. There is the airport in Ondo. I will fly to Ondo because I'm from Ondo. I will fly from Ondo back to Lagos. If I want to see my friend there in Ibadan, there's the airport in Ibadan. I'm going to fly airpiece to Ibadan. I will fly from Ibadan to Abuja. If I have people I want to see in Abuja, I can even fly to Kano for selfie, for photo op, so that I can tell people who are already victims of the misgovernance in Nigeria and tell them that don't listen to people live in Kano. Maiyegun live in Kano markets. Maiyegun live in Maiduguri. Maiyegun live in Kaduna. Because I could fly all over those places and take pictures. And immediately I finish, pam, I jump into the plane again, back to Glasgow. Then everybody will say, Maiyegun, I love you. Maiyegun, I love you. When they kidnap you or kidnap your family members, right? And you begin to message Maiyegun, they have kidnapped my family member. They wanted to take 20 million. Guess what? Me, I don't catch my cruise. I don't take pictures to show you that Nigeria is safe. I be Nigeria no safe. I have money. I can buy tickets in Nigeria. I can be flying everywhere. Listen, if no be say, me, I no deal for that, Nigeria, Africa, mokuna holam for now. If to say, I want to come and do patriotic Nigerian, I can just come to Liejiriya. How much is your ticket from Lagos to Abuja? Is it up to 100,000 naira? Maybe not. So if I say I want to go to Abuja and take pictures, Abuja is safe. This is Nigeria. This is Maiyegun live. This is me in Abuja. Look at everybody going on live. Everything is fine. Don't listen to people. I am here. I drove from Lagos to Abuja. I came here with, blah, 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 blah. Then again, I am here in Kaduna. I drove to Kaduna, from Kaduna, this and that. Our people are, blah, 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 blah. I'll get my views. I'll get my likes. I'll get my, yes, patriotic Nigeria. I'll go back to where I come from. When all of them come under the real attack, and then you go know, say, I just can't catch my cruise. I am just going to be a patriotic Nigerian from abroad. Who wants to sleep inside the dark? Who wants to sleep inside a compound that you turn, you have to put on your electric generator, your generator, your petrol generator to generate electricity for you. Since you don't care about the environment, since you don't care about whatever happens to other people, including yourself, that will go out there and then begin to inhale that's your carbon dioxide. This thing where they talk about climate change, environment and all of that. Since you don't care, I can have that money and enjoy that very soft life. I can enjoy soft life in Nigeria. You know that. I can afford it. Soft life. Sleep in 5-star hotels, get given a first-class treatment all along. I can come to Nigeria and spend 2 weeks, right? And I'll get your DSS, I'll get your SARS, your police. They will give me the well-behaved, educated, neatly dressed police officers. They will be protecting me with their guns and all of that wherever I go to. You know what I mean, right? I can enjoy soft life like all your politicians. I can afford it. But I can do all of that for camera and tell all of you, Nigeria go better, and run back to UK. Run back to the UK where I'm running back to. There is no special police that will protect me. Are you with me? There will be no special police. Now me and my car and my my legs. If anybody come and fight me and attack me for UK, I go just call the police. Hey, they have beaten me up. Somebody slap me. But in Nigeria, I can avoid all of that. I can live a soft life. You get what I mean now? So Zik, thank you, by the way, for your super chats there. Yoruba isn't it a slap in the face that they give you food only during elections? You guys aren't hungry like during other times of the year. Are you guys not hungry other times of the year? It's the same story, my brother. See, I can sit down here and I'll be going lyrical. Hey, why are you taking food? Why are you, all of you, can't you think about your future? You are a story. Bros, there's something called weaponized poverty. Yeah? When you are hungry, you are not you. There's an advert in the UK. There's this chocolate, this granite chocolate. Yeah? It is called Snickers. In their own advert, they will say, take some Snickers or have some Snickers because you are not you when you are hungry. Baba, you get some hunger that you forget it, you will lose your senses. Only few can resist. But because this mass hunger are created, it's a systemic created hunger. Do you understand now? It is systemic. It's not because people are lazy. They will tell you, people are lazy, Joe. They don't want to work. Which worky? Plumber. Where? Joining pipe, doing all of that. Some of them unpaid. And when they were finally paid, even before they get paid, the money is already devalued from what they are going to use the money for in the market. If they ever get paid. That's for those who have job. For those who don't have any. They say, go and do alabaru. How much then they pay alabaru? They make money. Is that actually what you will recommend out of poverty? So mass, when you see people who lose their jobs, it creates mass poverty. But Nigeria is a place whereby majority of people that should be living in real poverty, they have families outside Nigeria and they have families as well within Nigeria who are still doing well, taking responsibilities of their extended family members that are already in poverty because of Nigeria. But if you see them, you say, nah, they are lazy, Maiyegun, they don't want to work. I understand that many people don't want to work. In the UK, there are people who don't want to work. Do you know that? In the UK, there are people who will tell you, I can't work. Even legally, they can't work. Not because they've committed crime, or because of for health reason, for so many reasons. Some of them, they appear normal, and they will tell you, the reason why I can't do any job is for the mental health reason. I will get depressed if I work too much. So medically, they have been, no, you can't work. So don't let anybody tell you that some people they don't like to work. They don't want to work. Ask yourselves, which kind of work are you giving to them? Seriously? Which kind of work are you offering them? What type of work? So that poverty, people, they suffer. Ross, I wish I can describe poverty in human form. A lot happening. And that is created. And that is weaponized. The likes of Tinubu and gang, they know where those poor people live. They know the demographic location of the real poor people and densely populated areas all over the place. They have the data. They know that in those places, there are people who will never take anything from them. Yes, there are people who will never, ever take anything from them. Even if they are dying of hunger, there are people who won't take anything from them. But Tinubu and gang don't care about those ones. They care more about those who want to take it. Because those who will take it, they will take those things and they will fulfill the pledge of handing over their sovereignty. Those are the ones that Tinubu needs, because those are the ones they need to validate that indeed election happened. If those ones don't go out to vote, there is no one to validate the election. But they need them so that they can then increase the number, inflate it, manipulate it to ensure that those they want to represent them, those they want to take over power for them are elected. You know the process now. You should know the process. So that is why I said, no matter what we say, sometimes people have told me that messages like this do help people to finally say, instead of me relying on the politicians who have impoverished us, what if I seek help elsewhere? And one, two, three, one by one, many people have created relationship on social media with different people all over the world who have taken it upon themselves to help them, even though they don't know them. I do it. I can tell you I have tens of people that I actually reach out to every month on my own budget. I will put them together like this. Every people on that, tens of them. And I will give them my widow's mite every month. I reach out to them every month. And I've been doing it now for more than 8 years. And recently, I've been able to even do it more. You see, those ones, there are many of them that ordinarily they will listen to the likes of Tinubu and gang. But those are the ones who now believes that with the little support they get from elsewhere, why then should they go and queue up, line up for a bag of semo, a Congo of rice, or a Congo of gari? That is where many of us also comes in. I know some of you will do it. I know many times on this platform we have said, stop pepping Nigerians, stop giving them money. I can tell you there are many people who still help people out there. Random people they don't know from anywhere. And I know many people who have also said social media has become so hostile that Nigerians have become so beggarly and begging on social media. Once they see that you are not living in Nigeria, they will come straight to you, first try to be your friend, then the next thing they will bring all of their problems to you and all of that. This scares many people away, but guess what? There are still people who are helping people in Nigeria, people they don't know at all, people they've never met, people they are likely never going to meet. Random people, every month, every day. I am one of them. who reaches out to random people. And I can tell you, I am not alone. But I always do it minimally, do it within the budget you can spare. If you don't have it, please don't give it. The effect of that is that 1, 2, 3 of them, right, are reasoning with us, and they are part of those who are helping in what you are seeing as reactions in Nigeria. Okay, today, when the IPOB said we're going to sit at home, the sit at home announcement is all you heard. There are many, in fact, there are hundreds of thousands of these Biafrans all over the world who have taken it upon themselves, right, to reach out to their family members back in Nigeria, in Biafra land. For every day that is a sit at home in Biafra land, right, they have taken it upon themselves to reach out to those people, businessmen, shop owners who are going to lock their shops and stay away in respect of the sit at home. There are individuals, collective individuals all over the world who are Biafrans who send money to cover that period where these people will not go out there and and do their business. That is why, surprisingly, some of you don't even know why many people decided to obey this sit at home. You know why? Because majority of them have one brother or sister abroad who have reached out to them to say, you know what, Emeka, Uncle, I don't want you to go to shop tomorrow. Don't go to shop. Sit at home. How much is all your profits? How much is all your profits going to be if you don't go to shop on Monday? If I sell market, and they make more than 100,000 profits, you know what? I will give you 200,000 naira. Okay? Give your boys something. Tell them to sit at home. That sit at home is all you heard. But there are other instruments and factors that goes into it, right? That influences it. So that is why I said, for those who are reaching out randomly, as Nigeria pushed them into poverty, politicians weaponizes that because that's the only way they manage to retain power. So when you have a chance of reaching out to somebody randomly, you may not have an idea. You are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out of the dragnet of the weaponized poverty, which are always useful in the period like this. Tinubu and gang, they will always go stronger as more people fall into poverty. Where do you think is going to get the army of his 50 million? 7.5 million unemployed back in 2015. More than 40 million unemployed today. What does that tell you? More than 30 million are already unemployed. What about their own dependents? What about the people who depends on them? The mouth they feed, right? What do you think happens to them? Poverty, of course. Those are the people that they want to use to regain their power. And they have the data, they have the figure. Garbage Sheu said the reason why they put Nigeria in the list of countries who persecute people because of their religion was because IPOB spent millions of dollars to tell the whole world about the killings in Biafra land, the killings in Benue, the killings in the Middle Belt, the killings and generally in the southern Nigeria. Garbage Sheu said it was because the IPOB petitioned America under Trump. That was why they put Nigeria name there. The new America under Joe Biden, where Anthony Blinken, right? The Secretary of State visited Nigeria on the eve of his visit. He removed Nigeria name from the list. But Garbage Sheu said it was because IPOB spent millions of dollars to put Nigeria name there. Now, if America has protected Liejiriya, let's see how long Liejiriya will protect Bokohari, will protect Malamu, will protect those who have continued to what? To commit crimes against humanity in Nigeria. Let's see how long they'll be protected when they no longer have that power in Liejiriya. As for those of you of Swaga, again, accept my condolences, okay? Eventually, you know what is called the BLLB. Make all of una, we then go call coordinator. Chop the small money they will give to you. The stipend, the crumbs they are going to give to you to go and sell Swaga to your brothers and sisters. You're going to go out there to promise them jobs. You're going to go out there to promise them safety. You're going to go out there to promise them what? The same thing that if Tinubu cannot tell
Bokohari right now to do, at least to reduce the poverty, you are going to go out there and do all of that. Again, accept my condolences. Okay? You know what is called BLLB? Beshe law, leshe mabo. But again, only time will tell. Call me enemy, call me anything. It won't be today. It won't be the first time. But again, I will continue to remind you. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Oloye Sunday Igboho, release all the, all the political prisoners, people, put in jail by a system that denies them justice, a system that put them on trial, trump up their charges. So release them. You don't negotiate with a man in chain. You don't negotiate with the people that you confined in solitary confinement. You don't negotiate with somebody in jail. You negotiate with a free man. Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. Oloye Sunday Igboho has committed no crime. If there's going to be a conversation, they have to be free first. Nobody puts Bokohari in that dilemma. He puts himself there, and he will pay for it. All right? Thank you so much for your time, everyone who joined. Please, if this is your first time of watching Maiyegun, or maybe you've also been watching Maiyegun for some time, or you don't know if you have subscribed or not, right? Check it out on YouTube. Go onto my YouTube channel. Check if you have subscribed or not, okay? And subscribe if you haven't. If you have, check your notification and see if you are also, if they are on. And apart from that, yeah, I'm going to see, then like the video. Like that video before you go as well, okay? Share it. I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and good night from here.
Àníyàn súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àníyàn súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àníyàn súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àníyàn súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.